Alright, so for launched effect, that's not really the intended behavior for our app, so I will just remove it. It was just for testing the permission handling. Right, so for the permission, any permission, we will probably have those three. So I will make another extension function on permission state. So in your util, I will make a new file. I will call it permission state extension, and it will be file. It will have the three. It will be three permission state dot is denied permanently. And if it's what's wrong with if it's not what's called not permanently, I'm just gonna take this and this has permission and this should show Russian. And now I will need to remove this one. All I will need to do is camera permission is denied permanently. I will do what's the problem? I think I written this one. I need to return green. I forgot to. Alright, amazing. Now I will do the same for the other two. So is granted. So is granted. All I had to do is take this one as permission. This has permission. And what now I need to remove this one. And for is denied once, I'm gonna show rational is denied once. It will be this just should remove this camera. Alright, now we are done with this. So now for the camera permission, it was is granted. Camera permission is granted, and if camera permission is denied once, we do this. Now we have this content and this content and this content, and each of this content will be provided each time for a permission. So I will make another extension function, and it will be a composable extension function. Function permission state handle permission state. And when this, I will need to put for experimenting is denied permanently, is granted to something. What's the problem with this one? Just it returns boolean, so I think if is better. If is granted to something which is show granted permission content, or I would say has permission granted. I would just name it granted. Otherwise is denied permission once, then is denied once permission content. Otherwise it is denied permanently, then I will show denied permanently content. And now I will pass the composables, which is granted permission, which is add composable function. It will take a modifier of type modifier, and I don't need this one. Not update import. Alright, so I'm gonna invoke this one and I will pass the modifier, and for the modifier I will just make a new modifier here of default value modifier. Alright, so that's it for our granted. I will make the same for is denied and denied permanently, and it will be just the same as invoke. Right, now in your handling permission, we will need camera permission, handed permission, which return undenied, and I also want to deny permanent content. I don't want to have this last lambda. And now for the granted permission, I will say camera content, which is change them type I'm not sure what's exactly, but just add this one as camera content, and for is denied permanently, actually we will add the ones first, so that's for the first, and for permanent I will do this one. Now I will remove all those elements, and now I will, instead of calling it handling permission, I will rename it to become camera box. Now what happens is, now we have our permission, we're gonna handle the permission. If the permission is granted, we will show camera content. If denied on permission, so we have denied it single time, then we will show denial on content. If denied permanently, we're gonna show denial permanent, and I'm just gonna rename it, instead of show it will be denial on content. So that's it for our refactor. Let's rerun our app and see how it's gonna look like. We removed the launched effect, so we wouldn't really see any call to launch, so I'm not sure what's the last time we saved it. So, and this one I'm gonna rename it because of misspelling, permanent. I'm not sure if what's called permanent. I'm just gonna keep it until I know the correct word. Anyway, because it's new, it will probably show camera. Yep, it's right. But if we allowed it, let's say we're gonna allow it in our settings. So nope, I want to allow it this time. Now it should have the camera, yep, working fine. Alright, that's really great. Our app now is working fine. We have extracted some extension functions like this. So now if you want to have another extension, let's say contact. If we have contact here, write contact, and I'm gonna say contact permission state. I will just say handle permission state, and on granted do something, on denied do something, and for on denied permanently do something else, and that's it. So now we have refactor our code to allow more modifications. Thank you a lot for watching. Hope to see you next time.